We got a 423. We got a young man riding around in a natty caddy.
What's up, guys? I'm checking out more Lupe Fiasco, and this one is titled WAV Files, and I believe this is like a lyric video requested by John. Big shout out to you. Haven't heard this one before, and it has been years since I've heard anything from Lupe Fiasco. Let me see, how long exactly has it been? Oh, okay, no, it hasn't been that long, because Kick Push, I remember that song, the skating song. But aside from that, it still has been like a really long time, and we haven't really heard a whole bunch of his music, but I know for a fact just how lyrical and, you know, talented he is for sure, man. Miss Mural, specifically Mural, I remember that song just being insane. But yeah, WAV Files, let's go ahead and check it out. Also, I like that it's, you know, spelled WAV, because that's a, you know, type of like actual file. I forget what makes it, you know, different, but
way with us, baptized and convert to the waves with us. I tuned into what the future holds. I can never be a slave, niggas, they gon' have to pay me. Navy, downloaded by the titles like Jay-Z. That's a roll offshore like an AP, Davey Jones, like I own top of those hoppers off the side of the ship. Suicide didn't die from the dip. Submarine man, keep your eyes on the blips. Sonar, echo location, know where we are phasing. Get back to our nation, hola. So we walking back to Africa, and I found a detour to the seashore. Yes, jumped off the deck to leave footsteps on the depths of the seafloor. Bones is where the beach is right, where the beach is right, cause the beach just like so I'm going.
Wait.
I took a leap last night, so I'm walking on water to my feet just like Jesus Christ. Wow, walking on water, wow.
This is already fire. What?
Wow, walking on water, wow.
He's dealing with some
last night, so I'm walking on water to my feet just like Jesus Christ.
interesting. Oh, I like this. It also like has like a little explanation in between the lyrics too. The myth of the LongChains. I mean, I guess it would depend. I feel like this could that it could be a true myth. Like, it depends, in my opinion, just how far away they were from the shore. If they were like, you know, hundreds and hundreds of miles away, there's no way they jumped into the ocean and walked back to their homeland. I mean, if they were like maybe like a mile away, I could see that, but no, even like 10 miles away, I feel like would be a stretch. You know, because that is a long distance to like walk back, like especially given like, you know, it's the ocean, or I'm not sure which ocean it is, but it's no way you're, you know, going to be able to just, you know, sink to the bottom and walk. You know, I mean, it's going to be some feet, you know, in that ocean, some depth for sure.
Last night, so I'm walking on water to my feet just like Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Yeah. Dive with us, vibe with us. Imbibe with the tide, see salty cause it cried with us. When we looked it in the eyes, like how could you help her? Besides apologize and said that I'm sorry with shelter. Y'all can live down here forever. Drowning is severed from all your lungs and the lungs of your sons to your daughters. The water's a treasure. Some in the forest, talking the trees. Like how could you be in the chorus with something so horrid? You became boards for the floors and the doors of the warships. Anthropomorphic, the forest returned with a match made from itself and said burn us with that. Then left again and came back with that axe. We can serve you as furniture, furnace us blackie. Bones is where the beach is right, where the beach is right, cause the beach just like so I'm going back home and took a leap last night, so I'm walking on water to my feet just like Jesus Christ. Yeah, shipwrecked with us. Grab vessels, bring them down to the depths with us. Take a hold of the bow with a Jesus. And the Brigantine Sanderson. And the Amistad. And the Henry of London. Elizabeth, Fanny Butler. And the Hector. And the Creed, the Baratoga. And the Martha Florin. And the Caroline. And the Brittany. And the Comet. Alabama. And the Wanderer. Henrietta Marie. The Molly, the Sloop. The Moloch. And the Bull Murtay. And the River Volta. The Lord Board. The LSC. The Eagle. The Agent Coca. And the Colorado. Tartar Morgan. The Misa. The Pangas. And the Mary Bull. And the Serve. Williamsbury. And the Liverpool. The Marquis O'Grady. The Inbus. The Ferris. The Leons. The Navigator. And the Phoenix. Plator, Mughal, Dragon, Greyway, Ruby. Caroline Bark. And the Taganini of Carrollton. Pinnis Swallow. Green Dragon. And the Charles. The A. The Moon Tapping and the Slant. Hannibal of London. Jeffrey. Little Feet. Mediterranean. Annalie. The Solomon. And the Tyre. Cough. The Mercy. The Envy. The Little Napoleon. Rainbow. And the
Bro, how many? Oh my goodness. It's like it just goes on and on and on. And you know for a fact that's only like not even probably half, nowhere near. Okay, I just wanted to read that.
With us. From out the sevens to the heavens and the skies in us. Conversations with the constellations. While you navigate the haters. Black baby alligator betas. Supposed to do greater with all of your alphas and betas. And might from out the sevens to the heavens and the skies in us. Conversations with the constellations. While you navigate the haters. Black
Alligator bait?
baby alligator.
Oh man, that's horrible. I'm assuming everything he's saying, you know, in this song, especially because of the last verse, is definitely, you know, factual, like it's gotta be. And, you know, that just makes it even worse.
Supposed to do greater with all of your alphas and betas and minors and majors. You were so busy just trying to shine. You should have been trying to save us. Star said excuse our behavior. We will be indebted to you for all of eternity if you counseled your heart and forgave us. Remove all our favors from children to sailors and slavers. Repay you with acres, but here in the heavens where harvest is greater, a meager inheritance. Pardon our arrogance. Those with Americans got them to places much safer.
Oh, stars shameful and well, and like the LongChains to the heavens. While the stars help slaves escape to the north. Man, this is deep. Like, stars also represent celebrities who turn a blind eye to the victims below them. What the? What was that?
For you, for fire and mad for you, star. Fall off the flat for you, should. Sweet in the path for you, six. All that I have for you, for fire and mad for you, star. Fall off the flat for you, should. Sweet in the path for you, six. All that I have for you, for fire and mad for you, star. Fall off the flat for you, should. Sweet in the path for you, six. All that I have for you, for fire and mad for you, fall off the flat for you, sure. Sweet in the path for
you. Wow, I was not expecting that. That was like a little history lesson right there. I don't think I've ever heard this style of song from Lupe Fiasco. Like, I've known always that he's like I said, like super lyrical, but I didn't know that he had like this kind of more, you know, conscious aspect to his music as well. That was fire, bro. I love that. Especially just learning all those different, you know, things that I didn't know, like the story behind, or I guess the myth, because it's not actually confirmed if they were, you know, like actual real individuals. But Yeah, that myth, the myth of the long, what was it? The LongChains. Yeah, the LongChains. That myth, like, and just kind of hearing, that the story to kind of go alongside it, that was interesting. Like, and how like he used or said that the ocean and the trees felt like a bit of like remorse or like secondhand, yeah, like secondhand remorse essentially, because they were, elements and aspects used in that, atrocity. So they kind of felt somewhat responsible because the wood was used for the ships and the water was used for sailing the ships across, and whatnot. And they kind of felt, a little bad for them. So they, you know, what did they do? Oh yeah, so they invited the people, the long chains, to like, what it I think to I want to say to be drowned so they could, it was like right here.
Dive with us, vibe with us. Imbibe with the tide, see salty cause it cried with us. When we looked it in the eyes, like how could you help her? Beside apologize and said that I'm sorry with shelter.
Yeah. He essentially like the sea essentially like, invited them to be one with them forever, essentially, to give them, that freedom. So I guess in a way is kind of just saying like, you know, drown yourself, that way you can be free from, what awaits. And that was like the sea's, way of kind of evening the score, I guess. And like,
down here forever, drowning is severed from all your lungs and the lungs of your sons to your daughters. The water's a treasure.
Yeah, tell your daughters the water's a treasure.
Some in the forest, talking the trees, like how could you?
And then using the trees to make the matches.
For the floors and the doors of the warships, anthropomorphic. The forest returned with a match made from itself and said, "Burn us with that."
Yeah, so he's like, forest is like, burn the ships with these matches. And then the stars play a part into it. Oh yeah, and this part was crazy. He went through like 50 at least names of slave ships. And I didn't even know that there were so many. I thought it was like, maybe like 10, 20, but like that many. And then that got me thinking, like, if he named all of those, then that's probably not even like the half of it. You know what I mean? There's probably so many more that were used in that way. Which is crazy, bro. Like, it's crazy to think that, a couple hundred years ago, the world was completely a different place. Like this existed. You know what I mean? Crazy times. Then he talked about the stars, how the stars began to help using, or allowing themselves to be used to, locate their homeland again. And then he also used the stars as like a metaphor for like actual, celebrities, and also in this case, in this portion right here, the what were they called? Like the I guess for lack of a better word, the house Negroes, right? So they also used or he also used stars to kind of represent that character. Should have been trying to see. And also, like I said, the celebrities. Also mentioned reparations, which I don't know. In my opinion, the reparations thing is it's a little tricky. I agree that there should have been some form of payment, you know, maybe like a while ago, but I feel like I don't know. It's tricky. I do kind of feel like to go back on that, subject is almost like a case of little too late. But at the same time, a part of me is like, well, if they could do it for the Jews, or if they could do it for the natives, the native peoples, then why not us? You know what I mean? And honestly, I think a lot of people would be preferable to you know now rather than never. But the only thing that gets me with that is like it would have to be something, you know, something feasible and something smart. Like I don't think reparations should exist in the form of, okay, here, let's give you $10,000 for what your ancestors went through. Because like if that's the case, how do you give reparations to the proper people? Because not everybody who's of darker skin color is descendant of slaves or anything like that. Just because you have a darker complexion doesn't mean automatically you're a descendant of those people. And also, I feel like money, worthless paper dollar bills for what they went through is kind of a disservice. I'm not gonna lie, and I don't know, just something about that doesn't sit right with me. Like, why would you? Personally, I wouldn't want paper dollar bills that in what 20, 30 years from now, who knows, are gonna decrease in value and not mean really anything. I'd much rather have some form of community center or something like that, built with those funds instead. Something that, with the proper upkeep and management could last a good while. You know what I mean? And something that, would benefit us as like a community or, as a people, instead of, money. Because if we're being real, if it was just money, oh my goodness, bruh, do you know how many Jordans, how many pairs of Nikes would all of a sudden go on sale? You know what I mean? Like, bro, they straight up just have a what would they call it? They would call it a reparations day sale. Jordans 50% off, reparations day sale. Oh my goodness. And then people would just go out and buy them in masses. And yeah, that's $10,000 right there. Go. No, it probably didn't even be 50% off. It'd probably be like 40 or something. So that'd be about $2,000 for a pair of Jordans. Plus tax, that's $2,100. But yeah, I'm not really a big fan of reparations in the form of money. And I feel like if they were to do reparations, it should have been a long time ago, but it should be done in a more beneficial way than just money. And yeah, that's about it. But yeah, that was an incredible song. I really enjoyed it. As you guys can tell, storytelling and like, more, or I guess in this case, it's like almost historical to a degree. There's a little bit of, possible fiction involved with it, but it's still very interesting just to hear, that myth and to have some light shed on it as well. But yeah, that was great. Definitely enjoyed it. And the video also, I really liked this video because it was not only like a lyric video, but also there was like a little bit of, of a breakdown in between each verse, which I thought was pretty neat. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed that one, make sure you smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. That being said, much love, stay safe, and peace out.